Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special for you tonight. Wow, the road trip is just about ended. We've come across the country from Virginia all the way back to Los Angeles, and we're heading back to Hawaii. And we've got a lot of incredible videos that have been obtained over the past month, and there's going to be a special report in regards to all the footage that has been coming in via our Facebook, Twitter, and our personal emails. But tonight we even have some new footage that has just come in today. And now that we're back in Los Angeles, we wanted to show it to you as fast as possible. So let's get to it. What's NASA hiding from us? Take a look at this incredible photo that has just come into our email. And let me tell you, we checked the link, it's legit. We're going to be supplying the original one below so you could do your own research. But as we're looking at this right now and I'm pushing in, it's a very high-res photo, so the quality remains pretty good as we get a really close look at whatever this thing is. You can almost see like a debris tail, like it slid into position from right to left where it came to a stop. What the heck are we looking at? This thing sticks out like a sore thumb, and I think NASA has some huge explaining to do, because we're looking at this and you can see even a spire up on top of this, dare I say, a UFO. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of something you would see in Star Wars, Tatooine, Luke Skywalker's home planet. It almost looks like it's home. I'm wondering if that is debris from a crash site, what we're looking to the right, or possibility a shadow that's being left on this structure left on Mars. You see the quality, the detail of this spire and the body of this structure itself. You could even see legs possibly supporting this structure if that's what it is. What I find fascinating is that there's some sort of artifact to it, that there's either debris or a casting of a shadow, which makes me believe that this thing's actually there.
Some people say, Brent, that this could be some kind of artifact within the camera film itself, some kind of a glitch or a digital glitch, and we're getting this kind of a strange phenomenon. If this is a digital artifact, I would find that hard to believe, because we do see a shadow cascading on it, or a possible slide into position via kind of a crash land, and it left this skid mark, and as it came to a stop, there this craft lies, whatever it is. Guys, while we're looking at this, I want to get your opinions right now in this live premiere, and give us a big thumbs up, because we're bringing you some incredible stuff. And right now we have no explanation to what the heck this is. NASA, do you have an answer? Because right now I'm scratching my head, and if any of you guys have the ideas, you guys think you're experts, well, let us know, because we're not claiming we are. We're just claiming we're putting out the information as fast as possible. So let's get to the next video right now. Check this out, coming in from the region of Turkey. Watch. So the background story in regards to whatever this craft is that you just saw right there is that there was some kind of forest fire going on in the region of Turkey, and an unfortunate accident happened. There were firefighters that were lost that day, approximately 5. We're doing a little research, but what was captured while the people in the neighborhood had their eye on this explosion, something came up, and we're looking at it right now. Is this a Tic Tac, or a version of the Tic Tac there in Turkey? It almost looks like an acorn-shaped craft. Some people even might say the film Flight of the Navigator. So it's just hovering there. It's off in the distance, and it's in broad daylight. We're getting a closer look. I'm adding some brightness contrast, and you can see the underbelly. It pops pretty amazing. This definitely has some geometric shape to it. In my opinion, it's a structure, but again, there was a disaster. These firefighters were out there trying to stop the fire, and then there's some film that came up, that shows the actual moment of impact over there in the proximity of Russia and Turkey. And we could see the explosion, bellows of black smoke. And then moments later, this craft appears during this disaster from possibly the other side of the mountain. This is a front side, and now we're seeing it.
Yeah, it's interesting. This capture right here, I'm thinking, I'm just going to throw it out there. Could this be CGI? Somebody actually captured this unfortunate event, and maybe it got leaked out through the internet, and people are putting maybe an object in this frame itself. Again, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing this wind. The camera's pretty shaky to keep track and hold this object in position during and using CGI software. It'd be a little tricky. And again, are we looking at something real? And if it is, this is fascinating footage. This object just remains stationary in this huge gust of wind. It looks like it's probably whipping around 30 to 40 miles an hour, and this thing just remains steady.
We don't see any kind of means of practical propulsion. There's no blades, no props, no wings, no tails. What's making this thing remain stationary in the sky is beyond me. And could it be the reason behind what happened in the background over there, the explosion? I don't know. I'm just speculating here because right now it's just very bizarre to have this in close proximity to the region of where this tragedy happened. But as we're looking at this, again, it has this geometric shape to it. The UFO sightings are on the rise, but then there are a lot of people out there that are trying to pull a fast one, and a lot of channels are sharing some of these videos, and we received a couple today, and we're going to be sharing them with you because we want to showcase some of the deceivery, the deceit going on around in the UFO community, kind of in a high level, certain Latin channels for sure. And we're looking at it right now. Here's one of them, and a lot of channels are picking up on this and sharing it, calling it legit. But as we look at both of these videos, we can see that there is some trickery going on. We're looking at these orbs coming out of this larger orb, or so it seems, but the pulsating effect is obvious. They pulsate at the exact same time, and if you look really close, the pixelation matches up perfectly. This is an indicator for a copy-paste kind of effect. Very simple to do. Let's get to this next video. This is kind of interesting for sure. As we receive the evidence, this one kind of caught my eye. We're looking at this huge cube-shaped craft, possibly in stealth mode. Look at this. We're getting a good close-up look, and whatever it is, it seems legit to me. If this were Photoshop, they would have put many hours to put this into this kind of form. This is looking legit in my opinion, and coming from a source who has no reason to do any kind of deceit. They're not like putting up weird cloud formations on a daily basis. They just noticed something kind of crazy and they captured it, and as we're doing some brightness contrast, whatever this cube-like object, it pops and it's huge. I'd have to estimate maybe over 2.5, maybe 3 football fields in length. It's miles possibly. This thing is huge. Brent, what's your thoughts? This is maybe some of the technology behind Project Blue Beam or something extraterrestrial in nature. Incredible stuff here.
Yeah, I like the way that clouds kind of envelop this cube-like shaped structure, kind of hiding behind the clouds there. And you can see they're on the road there, and the person that captured this photo is pretty far away. I'm estimating this object's probably about maybe 5 to 6 miles away. What's interesting, we see these kind of objects around the world as well. We got triangular objects that are captured kind of above and hiding within the clouds itself. Does this mean that they're maybe trying to use the clouds as kind of a camouflage or disguise? That's a possibility.
What's crazy too is that the sightings of these cloaked craft, if that's indeed what it is, are on the rise, and they're very impressive too, happening in broad daylight. Is this a fault on the part of the craft itself, revealing itself, or do they purposely want to be seen? Because if they want to be stealthy, they're not doing a very good job. They're kind of standing out pretty prominent in the sky here. So Very interesting, and I'm digging that we are receiving the evidence. And again, guys, what's your opinion of this massive rectangular shaped craft just hovering in the sky? Or is this some kind of artifact? Whatever it is, I want to get your opinions. Now, look at this video coming just in to third phase of moon. I highlighted it. This is an incredible sight, and it lasts for a while. Just listen up.
Viene desde lejos, allá de desde lejos. Ahí va a llegar el poste, mira. Ahí está el poste.
Again, we have another rectangular shaped craft off at a distance, quite a distance. Whatever it is, it's large. You can see it through the atmosphere. It's a little hazy, but again, there it is. And you can see through the shadows that it represents. You can see the tree line off at a distance. It's almost very similar to that grain as we're looking at it. So I would have to imagine this thing's a half a mile to a mile out. Again, possibly some kind of stealth craft just hovering over there.
Ah. Ya va a tocar.
Oh, te estoy saliendo.
Lo alcanzo a ver de este lado. El árbol. Ya se ve. Si fuera una nube ya se hubiera deshecho.
I like this guy. He continues to shoot it wrapped around the tree, but he's trying to get in a different position, get a good shot, and he's on it again, right?
You know, just looking at this, I like the calmness. He just seems kind of fascinated about what he's watching and witnessing right now, and he's just kind of living the moment. You can see this cigar-shaped like craft is kind of cruise along from left to right along the treetops, maybe a little farther than that, but it seems to have presence. It knows where it wants to go. And what's this thing doing if it's an advertising banner flying in the rain in the middle of nowhere? I don't think that's what this is. This is something entirely different.
Pantalla se ve esa cosa que va subiendo de vuelta. Va muy despacio, muy despacio. Se ve como que está muy grande. Va como unos 2 kilómetros de aquí. Y como unos 100 metros de altura. Venía desde aquel rumbo, desde por allá.
Could this be possible blimp or an airship just hovering, going to its landing location? I'm not exactly sure. Blimps usually have FAA lights as well. We haven't seen one single FAA light or any indicators of this. And obviously the persons who shot this would know what a blimp is, or if they traverse the area frequently. They seem like they have no idea what possibly this thing's doing there, just moving across the sky. And I like the way he moves around and gets his placement. So this is legit video, and these are the videos we're looking for. Legitimate, coming from a source, undeniable evidence. There's something going on. Whatever it is, it's up there and it's unidentified. What is the propulsion behind it? That remains a mystery. Listen, watch.
This almost seems more like a disc-like shape rather than even a cigar shape or rectangle shape. If this was, again, a banner being pulled at this distance's clarity, we would see the point of the plane actually pulling this. And we don't see any indicators of that. What we're seeing is an event of something unidentified, and it's very unique. It's a very cool capture. I like the calmness of it.
Absolutely. And look, it's in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of cornfields. What kind of advertising are they doing out there in the rain? There's no advertising, in my opinion, or any correlation to that whatsoever. And again, I don't see any indicators of a blimp. They have FAA lights as well to avoid any kind of collision. Brent?
No, or a gondola. We don't see that as well. What we're seeing is the same colors. It's even. You'll see different colors and transparent parts of the blimp itself. This thing remains kind of one static color.
¿Lo
He gets his position again. He focuses in on it as much as he can, and it seems to have moved off in the distance. It's a little smaller now. He did the best he could. He tracked this thing for approximately 5-6 minutes, maybe a little longer than that. And this is what we're looking for, people. If you've captured anything amazing out there, you witness a phenomenon, shoot it for as long as you can, from the beginning to the end. Do your best. I know it's hard. And trust me, we've tried to film UFOs ourselves. And sometimes you just don't get it. And you're trying to scramble. And sometimes it happens so fast. And there's a lot of variables capturing UFOs. But there's a lot of people out there with cell phones. Their cameras are awesome. And you guys are doing a great job. In general, the public does a lot better than what the military has ever given us. And pat yourselves on the back who's ever submitted their UFO videos to us. You guys really do amazing work. We appreciate all the people who've joined us live in this premiere and everybody that have been submitting their UFO videos over the past 12 years. It's been a wild ride. The adventure still continues. We're heading back to Hawaii very soon, working on our latest documentary. It's going to be a mind blower. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there. On behalf of Brent and myself, Blake Cousins, we'll see you next time.